So I always come back to that is the mindfulness of the breathing, the awareness of your breath, and like how much, like, are you able to still maintain your breathing behind that shield? Because basically we're just trying to organize the body in such a way that we get maximum stability with the minimum amount of effort, like the minimum amount necessary, but no less. That's another thing that I think people get confused on. It's just like when they think, oh, we should be relaxed. You should be as relaxed as necessary, but not more relaxed than that. You still need to have like the right amount of tension in the system in order to have some stability. Otherwise, you're just going to be laying down on the floor.
Yeah, just a jellyfish on the beach. The
Right.
beach. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, I've wondered like what is it's such a sweet spot in a way, you know. And it's like,
The Well, and there's like, because there's a window. It's a spectrum. So it's not just on off. Like even in terms of like the right amount of relaxation is not one amount of relaxation. It's a spectrum.
okay.
So because no matter what, like if you put your hands on me and you apply some pressure, the demand on the system is going to go up. Right. So then, but we have a window that we can work with in terms of like how much tension is appropriate. And the indicator is your breathing. So like you can maintain, then the pressure increases more that to the point that it's going to start to interfere with your breathing. Like if you find that you're no longer able to, like, some people talk about it as like breathing behind the shield. Right. So I have like some bracing in my core all the time. So if you think about like at the minimum, because we talk about the same thing as the condense, because it's the yin is condensing back to the dantian.
Mm-hmm.
So because the yin is always drawing back to the dantian a little bit, is giving me some tension. I'm pressurizing my torso, pressurizing my core. So that's what some people talk about is like you're like the shield, right? And because it's like that pressure protects your organs from impact, because you never know, like you're gonna have to like even Sifu says like there's no such thing as somebody that doesn't get hit. So then you have to be condensing a little bit to protect the organs all the time. So in other words, you need to brace your core a little bit all the time in order to protect yourself. And also that will create some ability to generate power, like some stability, because you need to, it's the sinking and clamping, right, that we're trying to create that unifies the upper and lower. So again, like some other people will talk about that as like, and okay, again, to before I jump to that, is that within that context of like how much pressure in the core is appropriate, is that I need to be able to pressurize my core and still breathe.
Yeah.
It's like I should be able to like, give you some light punches to the abdomen, and you should be able to breathe. So like sometimes I've done some exercises in workshops, where it's like just get people to say like their ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, right? So it's like I've got some tension here, but I can still speak easily, right? Because I'm bracing a little bit, I'm engaging my core, I'm pressurizing like the yin of my dantian. But within that, I'm able to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like I'm able to still easily speak. And at the same time, I can also, more importantly, inhale. So I can breathe in, I can breathe out. So it's like all the time within this, like pressurizing my core, I'm still able to breathe. And so as the demand on the system goes up, as your, like your partner or your opponent is starting to feed you more pressure to the point of contact, demand on the system is going to go up, and that's going to increase the amount of intra-abdominal pressure required to be able to meet that demand. So then this is what we start talking about, the limit of strength, right? That once the demand on my intra-abdominal pressure goes up to the point that I'm not able to breathe behind that brace anymore, is my indicator that now I need to change. Right? I need to change something. Like either I can step, open and close, like yada, yada, whatever you want to do at that point. And then basically you move, right? In order to get away from that additional pressure. So it always come back to that is the mindfulness of the breathing, the awareness of your breath, and like how much, like, are you able to still maintain your breathing behind that shield, right? Or that pressure in the abdomen in order to be able to create like that sinking and clamping energy that we want, that unifies the upper and lower body.
Right. Because you'll need that even when you have to move. You need that to move.
Right. Yeah, because
okay.
We want, like, so we can look at two words. So we can talk about mobility, we can talk about stability. So mobility is your ability to change, your ability to move freely. Stability you can't sacrifice stability for mobility, because like you don't want to, again, just be, loosey-goosey. I need to be able to generate power to the point of contact at all times. So in other words, I need to be able to align myself to the point of contact at all times and produce power. So that's your stability component. If you have like the right, we're looking for that alignment that gives us both, right? So that I align myself, I maintain the balance of macrocosmic energy cycle, because that's on the center, that's on neutral. If I'm on the center and I'm on neutral, I can go any direction. So it gives me the balance to change. But within that, I also have the best geometry of the body, the best organization of the different parts of my body. In other words, to be able to align to the point of contact that I can produce power, or I can, at least that I can meet my opponent's energy at the point.
Right.